live from the Light Empire. It's Saturday night, and you know what that means? Another couple of GM candidates getting ready to pick out the 49ers. The best prospects coming out of the draft 2017 is all kinds of, and everybody knows who and what this team needs, right? So tonight, Amos and also Derrick are going to present who they believe, who they truly know. They're going to put in place the winners. This going to change the 49er franchise for the Kyle Shanahan future debut. Ooh, I like that thought of that. Telling you, but because everybody's already assumed we're going to get our ass kicked for the first year. See, that ain't got to be necessary. we got Amos, we got Derrick. We're going to go in alphabetical order. Amos is going first. Amos, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. What's going on?
All right, let's go, Amos. Give us what you got, man. You want to introduce yourself a little bit?
All right. I know everybody probably didn't like what we did in the off season, but there's a reason for it. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this draft.
All right.
I'll let you know why I pick who I picked after I picked them.
All right.
Basically, with the second pick in the first round, I choose to do a switch with the Browns for their first round, which is the 12th pick on the first round, and both of their second round picks and the second round pick of next year, right? So I'll have the 33rd and the 44th pick in the second round.
All right. And that's a trade then, huh?
Yeah, that's a trade.
All right.
That's a trade because they want to move up to get whoever they want to get for number 2. So for the 12th pick in the first round, I'll pick Hassan Riddick, linebacker for Temple.
Yeah.
Right? We want to. This guy here, he led the nation in tackle for loss. So we know he's a dog. He's a headhunter, right? And that's what we want. You know, everybody want Reuben Foster, but we traded down so we can get more quality picks.
Yeah.
Just to get that one hitter or whatever. So Hassan Riddick, 12th pick, first round.
All right.
Okay. Second round, first pick, 33rd. I got Obi Melifanu, safety from UConn. He became a fan favorite. You know, I fell in love with him. He's a good safety. He hits. And, a quick update about him. He's one of the smartest athletes at UConn University. So pretty much they say he's really intelligent and he's disciplined. And we want a disciplined, hard-hitting safety, big, tall, 6'3". He runs a 4.44 in the 40. And, I like that. He got pickup speed.
Yep.
Now, 34th pick, I got Patrick Mahomes, another 49er favorite. I know everybody like Patrick Mahomes. He led the nation in passing yards for 2 years straight.
Yep.
You know, he threw over 4,600 yards, 36 touchdowns last year. And this year he threw over 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns. Right? I love him. He's electric. He brought his interceptions down this year. And he's a ball player, Sandlock. He plays. He's a Sandlock football player. He improvised, quick wit. Love that. Now, 44th pick, another fan favorite, Joe Mixon. Right? Although he might be a troublemaker, there was one little issue he had. He can bounce back from that. On his pro day, he ran a 4.42, Ronbo.
Yep.
4.42. He's 6'1", and he's 220. That's a big back running a 4.42. He runs routes. He catches passes. This man is amazing, man. He's amazing, right? Our 66th pick. That's That's another pick from the Browns. I got us picking Juju Smith.
Phew.
He's a big receiver, 6'1". You know, they got him compared to Anquan. He runs a 4.54, and he didn't get much production because he was with a first year player as a quarterback. But at the end of the season, they got the offense running pretty much, and we need that nice big body as a receiver on our team.
Yeah.
Now, the second pick on the fourth round. This is one of our regular picks. I got us picking Taylor Martin, offensive line. This guy's a big frame. He's 6'5", 319. Right? He's an offensive guard. We need to train these guards right now as we got these veterans in there. And I think we'll probably put him, alongside with Staley. For my second fourth round pick, my compensatory pick, 143, I got us picking Quincy Attaboy Joe, receiver. Now this receiver, this is my favorite of the draft. This guy runs a 4.43. It's real fast. He runs good routes. He's a speedster, and he's 6'3" in height. Right? He can get bigger. He can get bigger as we buff him up. With our training crew and all that stuff. But I think this guy is the sleeper of the draft, Ronbo. Believe that.
All right.
Now, fifth round. Alex Anzalone.
Okay. Alex Angeloni? Is that what we got?
Yeah, Anzalone.
All right.
Yeah, linebacker. This guy, he got the high motor. He remind me of like Zach Thomas or something. He got a high motor. He's not that slow. He's 6'3", 240, Ronbo. This guy's big. He's fast. He got a high motor, but there's only one problem with him. He got injured like 3 times in one season. And people are questioning his injuries, questioning his availability. But as a 5th round pick, I think that's a good value for him. Right. Another 5th round pick, 161. I got us picking Cameron Tom. Now this is a center. He's a big center. He's long armed, and he's sticky. He got a lot of power in his legs, and we can train him up as we try to phase out these old players that we have at the center position. Now, 6th round pick. We traded that 6th round pick with Ravens, but I don't know if anybody understand the pick, but we didn't give them a pick. We swapped picks. We swapped 6th round picks. So now we move from 186 to 198. And it's D'Angelo Brown. He's a D lineman.
Yeah.
This guy is 6'2", 330. He's pretty much a big guy in the middle to stuff the run. He's a D lineman. He's heavy-handed. He got a lot of power in his legs, Ronbo. He drives the field. And he has a lot of tackles for losses also.
Like that.
Next pick, DeMonte. This is pick 202. DeMonte Kazi. He's a corner from San Diego State. Now he stands at 5'10", 185. And I like this kid because he's a tackler. He got good speed. He runs a 4.5, and he's electric. And plus, every pick that's probably like after the 6th round, these are pretty much developing players or whatever. And I think this guy will do good with the 49ers. And then my last pick is J.J. Delman, O-lineman at Utah. This is another center. He stands at 6'5", 309. Right? They said this O-lineman is athletic, right? So we can pull a center. We can do whatever we want with this guy, as long as we develop him right, like we did Brown,
Yeah.
our right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think this guy have a good future with us, Ronbo.
Hey,
That's my picks. Any
yeah.
questions?
Yo. And let me go over your picks again just to refresh everybody on that. First round, number 12, Hassan Riddick, outside linebacker Temple. Also, second round, number 33, Obi Melifanu from UConn. This is a trade now. As we traded down for those second picks, so that's why we started at number 12, and that was number 33 with that trade. Going right into the second round, number 34, Patrick, everybody's favorite quarterback. I wonder if other fan bases are as crazy about Patrick Mahomes as the 49er fans, but Mahomes is the man.
I think the Texans are crazy about him too.
He's down in Texas, so yeah, that's true. But I wonder outside of Texas and as California, I wonder, and also second round, number 44th pick. That's Joe. I will never do it again. Mixon, running back out of Oklahoma. It's all the way to deal with
Money
Cleveland.
and make him learn his lesson.
Yeah, he had to. Third round is Juju Smith, wide receiver USC. You know about the Juju. And that's a fourth round, Taylor Moton, that's an offensive lineman from Western Michigan. Fourth round again, Quincy. This is Attaboye, huh? Attaboye Joe. This dude, I love that.
Yeah.
Guy with a name like that's got to be a good football player, right? He's a wide receiver out of Ole Miss. Fifth round.
Yeah, he had Chad Kelly as a quarterback. So, you know, his numbers went down this year because I think Chad Kelly got injured for the season.
Or he was drunk.
He's asleep.
Yeah. Give me get those picks again. All right, and also, and we go to the fifth round. Alex Anzalone from Florida. He's a linebacker. The fifth round, Cameron Tom, Southern Mississippi. And sixth round, D'Angelo Brown, defensive lineman from Louisville. Sixth round, DeMonte Kazi. It's cornerback from San Diego State University. And also seventh round, J.J. Dialman, offensive tackle. Hey, Amos, is that last guy? He's a center, right? You know what I'm worried about with centers? Because with Kyle Shanahan's system, a center has got to be a real cerebral guy. These guys, Kyle's got those guys out there actually calling the defensive scheme. He lets everybody know what's coming before it even gets there. From what I understand, Alex,
you got to get it right. You got to get the center position right.
Yeah, because Alex Mack was the heartbeat.
I don't mind us draft to the center next year.
Yeah, okay.
We get that right. We just keep picking them up.
Yeah, because I understand they're going to be going through everybody. We got four guys. We got Zuda going in, of course. There's going to be Kilgore's going to have to learn how to call signal from the center position as well. I understand they're going to work Badel's in there. Joshua Garnett. It's funny because Garnett, also a Stanford student. Watch Garnett come out the cream of the crop of these guys and able to do this because you got to be sharp and quick. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I got some questions for you, Amos.
There you go.
All right. Let me question one. YMSA seems to feel now he likes this draft, but he says the only thing he does like about this draft is a trade with the Browns. And I would imagine now, Amos, did you immediately think you want to get rid of that number 2 pick and trade it down? Why did you contemplate any other thoughts?
Because basically, this draft is defense heavy. If we can move back and get multiple picks so we can flourish our defense, I'd rather do that than to get, one guy and then all of a sudden we got to wait a whole 32 picks to pick again or whatever. So I'd rather trade back and get multiple picks in the third round, which the third round is going to be, that's where the mayhem is going to happen, in the third and second round. So that's why I trade back. And I think Hassan Riddick is our guy. I know, everybody like Reuben Foster, but, Reuben Foster, he didn't run the 40. Nobody know how fast he is. Some players, they know how to hide behind injuries, so they won't do stuff that they weak at. And I really question Alabama's defense because they got too much good people, and you don't know who falls short. You will only find out after they draft. So basically, most of these people not draft is like probably the best player on the team that I did on my draft.
That's a good point. When you're surrounded by fiends, and you know the big example of that, you look at Malik Jackson, who went over to Jacksonville. Malik is so in the Jacksonville defense. When he was in Denver, he was the absolute beast. Everybody, oh man, they get Malik Jackson. Oh, Jacksonville got Malik Jackson, paid him all that money. Malik ain't all that. He was
not.
so
Somebody else on the team. It might be the corners. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you got too many people that's supposed to be going in the first round on that team, and they lost. They lost in the national championship. That means somebody fell short. You know, we don't know. We got to do film on that, but I think, I'll stay away from Reuben Foster.
Because Reuben's also got that rotator cuff kind of worries me. Why YMSA? Well, also the Mahomes in the second is a stretch. Now, hey, is that realistic? Then do you believe you can get Mahomes in the second round?
Yeah, I believe we can get Mahomes in the second round only because that okay, everybody thinks Houston is going to pick him up there.
Oh,
but
I hadn't thought about that.
Houston got too many veterans and too many good players to actually, hand that team off to a rookie without a veteran being there. So I have a feeling that Houston is going to be the money. They're going to probably send that pick to Patriots to get
Garoppolo.
What's the Garoppolo?
Oh.
And if they get Tony Romo, they wouldn't pick a quarterback in the first round. They'd probably pick him up in the second. But I think Mahomes is going to fall to the second round.
Boy, I tell you what, because I can't imagine what's going to happen with Jimmy G. Man, okay, let me get another question here. Tyler wants to know. Okay, Tyler, man, okay. Mahomes overthrew his deep pass lob in the combine. They all made mistakes in the combine. Let me go hard. And they helping the Browns do this trade. Hey, there's a question now. Now, why would the Browns do this trade though, Amos?
Because they want the top two players who they feel that can flourish their team, right? Which is you'll do this draft only, you'll do this trade only because you want the best quarterback who you think is the best quarterback and the best defensive player who you want to be the best defensive player. And at this time, our team is like pure garbage right now. So we can't go ahead and just pick up one player and all of a sudden, we just throw them in there in the wolves.
Yeah. All right.
We got to move down. We got to get multiple players, and I think the 49ers are looking to trade down, and the Browns are looking to do whatever they need to do to make this year a good year. So I think they're going to go move up to get a quarterback.
I tell you what, the Browns, this is the last year people get to pick on the Browns. You cannot stack up the kind of talent. People are not noticing quietly the Browns are building a killing machine. So, it's getting really scary. One more question, we'll get right to Derrick, because I think this is very funny. You know what? I'm going to come back to this one because this is hilarious. And YMSA is just trying to start trouble, but I like it. Panama Queen, Mr. JM, will you pick Corey Davis at number 2? I think we can start fire with that. What do you think about Corey Davis? Did you think
Corey
about
Davis? He opted out his pro day.
Oh.
I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I love Corey Davis. I watched Corey Davis all season. I know what he can do. I think he probably run like a 4.43 or something like that, in the low 4.4s.
I know he does. Yeah.
The low 4.40s or whatever. But that's one guy. That's one guy. And you have this big receiver, but you got nobody to throw it to him. We got Hoyer. And it's possible Hoyer get him hurt, by throwing balls that open up his chest or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We want to get a quarterback, fix our quarterback first. Then we're looking to getting receivers or finding out how we want this offense to run. Right?
True.
We might not want a dominant number one receiver as a receiver if we get a quarterback that can just make plays. Picture Green Bay.
True. Although I would be nice to get these guys groomed and ready to roll though. So whatever they do next year, they'll be someone ready. I tell you what, let's Derek. Let's go to Derek. Derek, first of all, your hat is getting rave reviews, man.
Okay.
Derek, you just go down to the neighborhood sporting shop and get that, or where you order that online? How do we get that hat?
This is. I think I ordered this on eBay. To be honest with you.
One of a kind. It could be a custom made. Sorry, fam, that hat may not be available. I mean, So there you go. Derek said, Derek, come on, man. Give me the pick. Do you have any? Actually, Derek, if you do have any free agent picks, there's still a few around. If you do have, you can add those too. And I meant to tell you that, Amos, as well. If you guys got any free agents you want to throw in there, let us know. All right, you're on, Derek.
All right, about time. I was like 50 Cent say, I've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on. All right, let me give you a quick rundown.
Yeah.
I'm from Maryland, so I'm over here on the East Coast. I became a 49ers fan because my older brother, he played at Delaware State, and that's where John Taylor played at. So
yeah.
I became a 49ers fan back then. Yeah, I know I don't look that old, but I'm 39 years old.
Whoa.
So let me get right into it. Y'all bear with me. One thing you don't understand about me is I do a lot of research, and I know my shit. I don't want to sound too cocky saying that, but
no, we don't want you to do that.
No, I do a lot of research. I watch a lot of tape, and I got a lot of information for y'all. So just work with me on this. So let me get right into it.
All right.
Free agent pickups. I had Mangold on here originally, but we got Zuda now. He's a Pro Bowler. Nothing else to be said about that. Mm-hmm. We cool with that. That's our center. But he also can play guard too, in both guard spots. Middle linebacker we're going to pick up, Zach Brown from Buffalo. All right. 6'1", 248. He's a tackling machine. Everybody already know that.
Yeah.
We need a middle linebacker. He can, back up, or he can, whenever Bowman decides to go, or we can rotate in and out. We need a tackling machine. With our run defense the way it was last year, I'm not accepting that anymore. To also aid with that, we're picking up defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins from the Giants. That's 6'2", 320, run stuffer. Yes. I don't know why the Giants ain't signed him yet. They went ahead and gave JPP all that money. They gave Olivier Vernon all that money. But they keep forgetting that Hankins was the one stopping the run that turned their, what was it? Let me see. They had a 24th ranked run defense. When Hankins got into it, they went to number 3 last year. So we're also picking up another defensive tackle, Tyson Jackson from Atlanta, just for familiarity. He played, and with Shanahan or whatever, and that's what we've been doing, picking up a lot of familiar players to, speed this process up, because I don't want to suck. So we need to get this fast. Also, this is going to be a sleeper pick. I don't hear anybody really talking about him, and don't give me no shit about this, because this ain't no Balky move, but the guy's injured. Outside linebacker DeAndre Levy, that he was in Detroit. The guy's 6'1". He runs a 4.4 740. Could you imagine, if he can stay healthy, him running on the outside, chasing Russell Wilson down and everybody else? Yeah.
I usually use Russell Wilson as an example.
At one time, he was considered the best cover linebacker in the league. If he can stay healthy, that could be a steal. And I'm sure we can get him for a 1-year deal, prove-it deal, injury incentives, or, a whole bunch of other stuff like that. So if he doesn't work out, we can cut ties with him, boom. But if it does work out, can you imagine, the fear that we'll put in Seattle if we got him and he stayed healthy? And I use Seattle as a reference because they're the ones that, them along with kind of Arizona, but I think Arizona's falling off. But Seattle's the one we're chasing, and you get to the playoffs by winning your division. You win your division, you in the playoffs. That's simple. That's the fastest way to get in there. All right, and that's basically my free agents. Now, let me get to my draft. All right, my draft is basically like this. Now, I did the information on this, and I used the draft value chart, and it's the same chart that the NFL's executive use to trade and, do all of that stuff. So I'm keeping our first round pick and that number 2 pick and we need a safety. So I'm going to get big Jamal Adams.
Another vote for Jamal Adams. Jack!
Yeah, Jamal Adams. That's going to be our starting safety back there with Eric Reed. So that'll solidify that back part right there. All right, the guy's like, he's 6'2", 210. He's running like a 4.5. He can play in the box really well, but he's also underrated as a cover man. He can actually cover, so he's not just a thumper. All right, that's the first number 2 pick. All right, now this is going to be the one that might excite everybody. What have we been missing that we never picked up that Balky seems to be afraid of?
I already know.
Yeah, we're making a trade with the Baltimore Ravens in Maryland, where I'm at. We all know about Ozzie Newsome. He likes to trade. He likes to stack picks, and they draft well, so he would make this pick. According to the draft chart, they're number 16. All right. 16th pick is worth 1,000 points. Yeah. Our second round, 4th overall pick is worth 560 points. All right. According to the draft value chart, it's a chart that you can all look up online. We would need 440 points to make that trade even. All right. 440 points is, like I said, our second round is worth 560. So what I'm doing is we're going to trade our 34th overall pick in 2017, and then we're going to give them our second round pick for 2018, which is an additional 560. We only need 440. Okay. So we're giving them that second round in 2018, and we're switching and we're moving up into the 16th pick in the first round. And with that 16th pick, we're getting our number 1 wide receiver. We're getting Corey Davis.
Yes.
We getting our number 1 wide receiver. We getting our Julio Jones, Ronbo.
Damn. We got to find out what's wrong with his foot. But yeah,
his foot is fine. He skipped his pro day. I read into it. I did some research. They say he skipped his pro day, but he should be ready to go by April.
See, that's confidence, right? You skip your pro day, it ain't no big deal. I'll still get picked up.
Yeah, he's not gonna prove anything. Everybody got enough tape. Well, they got the tape on him. The only thing you can say about him is his level of competition. Yeah. But the guy high points the ball. He's fast. He's more quick than he is speed fast. But I actually did research on it and just to see if I could get some kind of time on him. They had clocked him at a 4.4. I think it was a 4.45, and he ran another one at 4.48 at a different time throughout his college career. So he's been clocked at 4.4, so I'm cool with that.
All right.
All right. Our third round, since we don't have a second because we got our 2 first rounds, our third round, 66 overall, we're getting Pat Elflein, center from Ohio State. Now, he's 6'3", he's 303. He has 33 and 1/8 inch arms. He has pretty long arms. It's pretty good. Look, this is some information about him. He's a 4-year wrestler. So that means his hand-to-hand combat, it gives him a leg up so he can use his hands really, really well. He was a team captain. I'm reading the scouting report that I basically read up on him. They say his work ethic is outstanding. He's really smart, what you need to be to play center. Yep. And he also plays guard too. So he could play either guard spot. So if Beatles or Garnett isn't working out, we can plug him right in. And guess what? Between him and Zuda, our offensive line is pretty much solidified. I'll take him, Zuda, Staley, Trent Brown, and then I said, our line is it's in way better shape than it was last year.
Did you say 30? But you said 33. I want to get that right. 33-inch arms.
Yep, 33 and 1/8 inch.
Damn. You know, his arms are bigger than a woman's waist.
And guess who they compare him to? All the scouts are comparing him to.
Who's that?
They're comparing him to Martin and Travis Frederick from Dallas.
The machine offensive line, man.
Yep.
Like it.
All right. So let's move on. 4th round pick, 109 overall. We're getting a cornerback, Akello Witherspoon from Colorado. Now, a lot of y'all might not know about Akello, but I actually watched Akello play a little bit. Akello is 6'3". He's a little light. He's 195, but he runs a 4.45 in the 40. And Colorado actually was 10-3. I think they were 10-3 last year. But this is the thing. He actually did pretty good, even though they lost to Washington. He did good when he stuck John Ross. He did good against Michigan's wide receivers, who are very good. He did good against Juju Schuster-Smith and USC. They played them. He played Stanford. He actually covered McCaffrey out of the backfield a couple of times too. And he led the nation with 23 passes defense. And that's like that's like the whole nation. So
amazing stuff.
He has a 40-inch vertical.
And how tall is he?
6'3".
Oh, with a 40-inch vertical, that'll work.
Yep. And he's 195, and he's like, all you gotta do is YouTube him. I swear, if you YouTube him and you watch his highlight tape, you'll understand why I'm so excited about him. We get him. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He mirrors his receivers. I mean, he mirrors them. Like, that's his thing. Like, you see him run stride for stride with all his receivers. And that's like, he's real physical also. All he just needs to do is add a little bit of weight, and I'm sure he can add that in the weight room. He'll get stronger.
Yeah, he can join Rashad.
He'll fill right into that. But the only thing they said, what was it? They said about him. I was trying to think. What else they said about him? Oh yeah, you just need to add weight. All right, our 4th round pick, 143 overall. We're getting our big tight end, and his name is Bucky Hodges from Virginia Tech.
Speed.
Bucky Hodges is 6'6". 6'6", 255. Now, he's not much of a blocker yet, but 6'6", 255, I don't care who you put up against him. Cam Chancellor, he can stick him. He's 6'3", 6'4", whatever. Bucky Hodges is jumping over top of him. So it's going to be a matchup nightmare for him. It's going to be hell for Chancellor out there on his own against Bucky. And Bucky's not slow. Bucky runs a 4.56.
Yep.
So at 6'6", running a 4.5, he's pretty athletic. And he's, like I said, he's a red zone nightmare. He's a seam buster. You know, I'm looking for matchups. I'm looking at how we can assemble a team to destroy Seattle. That's what I'm building this team.
I like that
here.
idea.
I want to destroy. I'm so tired of getting like beat up and hearing them talk shit. I'm done with it, yo. We draft these people, we will destroy Seattle and put fear in their heart, man. That's what I want. So I'm getting him. He can work on his blocking. We can get, he can get good coaching, work on his blocking. But we get in the red zone. I don't want to come out of there with field goals. Just throw a jump ball to him. The man got like a 10-foot catch radius. Like, come on, just throw the ball up and. I mean, who's going to stick him? Earl Thomas? Like, Earl Thomas is like 5'10".
Yeah, please, Earl.
He can jump.
He got a little body over here.
He's not going to do nothing with him. All right. All right, number 5, our 5th round pick is, what is it? 146 overall. We're getting a running back, Donnell Pumphrey.
Oh,
now, he's from San Diego. He's from San Diego State. Played where Marshall Faulk played at. And he's 5'8", 195, and he runs a 4.48.
Man, and, what is freaks these days?
He averaged 6.1 yards per carry, and he ran for 2,100 yards, like 2,133 yards, and he had 17 touchdowns.
Hey.
So
what conference are we talking about, Amos? Derek.
San Diego State.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Because I was trying. Yeah, he's San Diego State. Okay, because I heard his name a million times. I wasn't really familiar with him though. But yeah, all right, 2,000-yard season.
He holds the all-time leading rusher. Him and Ron Dane with that 2,100 yards. So he's not no slouch running back, and he excels in zone runs. And
which what we'll be doing.
So yeah, exactly. And the scouts basically say if he was bigger, he'd be a first-round pick. So and I'm not gonna question anybody about their size. So I've seen, like I said, I watched enough video on Donnell Pumphrey, and I'm convinced, man. Like the man can play. Like I don't care. Like we'll have enough running backs between him and Hyde and who like.
Don't say Mike Davis. I'm getting rid of Mike Davis. I've been trying to get rid of Mike Davis for the last 2 weeks. They won't listen to me. I keep calling. Yeah. Calling. Don't let Mike Davis stay in that uniform. So, yeah.
Nah, he had his time. He got to go.
Yeah.
And, but, all right, so our 5th round pick, who we got from Washington for our Derek Carrier trade in 2015, 161, 5th round overall. 5th round, 161 overall. We're getting outside linebacker Anthony Walker from Northwestern. Anthony Walker is 6'1", 240. He has 30-inch arms. He runs a 4.65.
Dudes with arms, man. They're killing me.
And basically, they say he's smart. He has a great work ethic. He can play inside linebacker as well. So that's a back. He's versatile, so that's a plus too.
All right.
And he has outstanding field awareness, and they basically they kind of compare him to a Kiko Alonso type player. I kind of agree with that a little bit, but I mean I'll take that. Kiko Alonso is he's a decent player. The only thing they say he just needs to learn how to bend his knees more when he trying to beat blocks, I guess. Like when the linemen get into him, he's so quick that
pad level issues.
If the lineman once the linemen get into him, he can kind of get overwhelmed a little bit. But they say his field awareness is so good that he actually diagnoses the plays, and he's in the backfield a lot, and he disrupts a lot of plays before the linemen even get to him. So every now and then they'll catch him, but I'll take that because he's trying to make plays. So he'll be in the backfield more often than not. So.
This is to do with the 30-inch arms again, right? We got a guy with 30-inch arms, and the other guy was how many? 37-inch. Wait, we got 33-inch arms. Another guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
These dudes, man.
Because when you're in the trenches like that, the longer your arms are, the better. Yeah. Because you can keep them away from you and not let them get into your chest. So that's why all the scouts like Mike Mayock and all of them, they love long arms on offensive linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers.
Yeah. Because I think Trent Brown has got some of the longest arms in the NFL as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yep. Right. So you can keep people away from you like that. So that's a good thing. All right.
Well, remind people. You can vote at any time with the app. It's all set up right there. Give your vote now, or you can wait, whatever you want to do. But its availability is there right now. All right, go ahead, Derek. Continue.
All right, our 6th round pick, 198, and we got this. This is the one we traded from the Ravens that we switched. It was 186.
Right.
I'm picking a quarterback. Now,
this 6th round quarterback. Who could this be?
Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of rave, I guess you say, but we're getting Gerard Evans, quarterback from Virginia Tech.
Who?
Gerard Evans.
All right, you run him down.
All right, Gerard Evans is 6'3", he's 230. He runs a 4.7 40. They say he's big, he's strong arm. The only downfall on him, he only played 1 year of college.
Oh, okay.
He went to Air Force, but he tore his ACL. And then I think he transferred to some small college or whatever, and then he went to Virginia Tech. They said, like I said, his arm is strong. He's a dual threat. He completed 63% of his passes for 3,500 yards, and he had 29 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. And he ran for 846 yards and had 12 touchdowns on the ground last year. So his 1 year, that's what he did.
You said he ran for 846 yards?
And 12 touchdowns last year.
That he almost eclipsed 1,000 yards on the ground running.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
And he threw for 3,500 and had 29 touchdowns.
Okay, that's a machine. Okay, that's
Exactly.
interesting.
And he only had 8 interceptions. So
impressive.
And like I said, he played at Virginia Tech. So
Not a bad school,
I can imagine him and Bucky. They already know each other because he was the one throwing Bucky Hodges, our tight end that I picked up. So to just imagine them playing in preseason together, and they already got familiarity with each other. So yeah, our second backup groups or whatever, like they should even look better in preseason. So our preseason is going to be interesting. I can't wait for that. But the only thing they say he needs to work on is his deep ball accuracy. His accuracy overall is pretty good. He just needs to work on his deep ball accuracy more because, obviously you're not going to be throwing to a 6'6", guy that can jump out the gym on every play. So,
Right.
But other than that, they say he's about, like if he'd went back to school probably for another year or two, they say he probably would have been a first-round prospect in a year or two. So he can sit on the bench because I got a feeling that we're going to be getting Kirk Cousins. I don't know if we're going to be getting him, next year or if Washington is going to finally come to their senses and, if they want to wait until after the draft and
before draft day, yeah.
Because since I'm not giving up that second pick for him. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
And that's what's holding up the deal. Yes, that's holding it up, Derek. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. But next year, if they want our first round next year, and they want to give it to us after the draft, I can do that. Maybe
next year's first round.
Because look, and the reason I say that before anybody jump on me, the reason I say that is we won 2 games this year, right?
Yeah. What are the chances that happening 2 years in a row?
A lot of people don't realize though. One game we lost 24-17 to Dallas. That could have easily been a win.
Yeah.
We
Cardinals.
lost to Arizona by 3. That could have been a win.
Yep.
The New England game was 13-10 in the fourth quarter, and then they just ran off on us, and it ended up beating us 30-17.
Mm-hmm.
But
the Dolphins game.
If we had an offense and a little bit of better defense, we could have beat New England last year. Like, just think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Like, it was 13-10 at the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Then
the Miami game.
Bum cornerback got beat for a touchdown by Edelman, and then they just Malcolm Mitchell beat Reeser again for a touchdown. Like Reeser got beat like a drum that game. So he basically gave up like 2 touchdowns. It's like was unnecessary. Like if we had any decent cornerbacks, like we could have beat New England. So that's another win that we possibly could have won.
But Derek, what is your point though? Because we had several games could have won, but where are you going with this?
Well, my point is, our first round pick ain't gonna be that good next year.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought you were gonna say. Yeah,
I don't see it being that good. So if we give up our first round next year, our first round might be at. I'm thinking we're gonna be at least 8-8, 9-7. Yeah. So if they want us a 15th or 17th or whatever, and if we make the playoff or luck up and make the playoffs, or actually, I am not even gonna say luck. If the team comes together like I think they can, and we actually can sneak in the playoffs. They can have that first round pick if Kirk Cousins is the one getting us there.
That's what I thought you were getting ready to say.
I'm sure everybody 49er fan, if you got sense, you will give up that first round pick to get into the playoffs next year as bad as we've been the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying it if anybody got a problem with that.
I think you got one more. You got a couple more picks, huh? Go ahead, give me.
I got our other 6th round pick 202 is Ben Boulware, inside linebacker from Clemson. And I don't need to say too much about him. He's a little pit bull, a little short pit bull. He reminds me of a Chris Borland.
Yeah, I knew he was going that way.
That's basically y'all seen him play. They say he's small, but he played in the national championship against Alabama, and they're big, recruits and all time first round draft picks, and he held his own and he shined, so he can play. And my other 7th round pick, I actually had another guy, Detrez. What was his name? Detrez
Newsome.
Yeah, Newsome, but he actually is going back to school. All right. He actually decided to go back to school, but he actually so I'm picking up Jahad Thomas is a running back from Temple. Jahad Thomas is 5'10", 190. He runs a 4.49. Basically, he's a make you miss guy. You can look him up on YouTube. You think I'm playing. Jahad Thomas, running back from Temple. Go to the YouTube videos, look him up, just watch the highlight tape, and then you get back to me on that one. He's basically a pinball machine. Like he's juking there. Like he's making people miss. Like he's making 4 or 5 cuts and he's gone. So yeah,
Right.
I think those are that's 7th round. Yeah, those are all my picks. So
All right. We'll repost that later on as far as if you want to on that 7th pick. But guys, I tell you what. Okay, let's go ahead and get some questions in here. Well, let me run down the picks first. So, the free agent additions here from Derek R. We're gonna center Nick Mangold. He's Derek still got him available. All right, and also middle linebacker Zach Brown. Ow. God, I can't believe nobody signed him yet. Understand it. He went to Oakland the other day. They must have made him mad. He left. All right. Let's see what we Jonathan Hankins, defensive tackle, and also defensive tackle also Tyson Jackson, outside linebacker DeAndre Levy. All right. Let's go down through the draft picks. And first round, number 2. And this has been the biggest argument. Man, if you're going to pick between the secondary men, between Jamal Adams and also Mr. Hooker, people, that argument goes back and forth every day. But Derek says it will be Jamal Adams, LSU. First round, number 16. Corey Davis.
got a number 1.
Also, traded 2017 and 34th overall in 2013. Second to Ravens for 2017. First is 16 overall. That's how that draft pick comes about. All right, because they're trading back into the first round. So, there you go. Third round. And everybody wants to get back into the first round. These are the things that are going to be difficult if the 49ers are thinking about getting that done, that are going to be tough. All right, third round, Pat Elfin. That's a guard center out of Ohio State with the 30. How many inches are his arms again?
33 and an 1/8.
Oh, that dude. And also, fourth round, Bucky Hodges, tight end, Virginia Tech. Fourth round, also, Kello Witherspoon, and that's a cornerback out of Colorado. Fifth round, Donnell Pumphrey. We've heard him. We've seen him. He's one of the Golden Boys, actually. He will have a reservation place at the venue that night for draft night. His table will be sitting out in the middle of the room somewhere. Running back out of San Diego. Also, fifth round, Anthony Walker, outside linebacker, inside linebacker, Northwestern. Sixth round, Jared Evans. That's a quarterback, Virginia Tech. Sixth round, also, Ben Bolaware. We're bringing it on, baby. We're bringing it on. And oh, man, everybody stands up around the planet. And oh, man, look at this dude's juice. And it was the last. And give me that last pick is seventh round. Detrez Newsome. Of course, you switched at the last minute. So, all right.
Yeah, it's Jahad Thomas.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna give both of you guys some questions here. But listen, tell you what. Let me run down these real quick for Derek. Tatter. Also, do you think Barkley is a good quarterback? The Bears receivers just can't catch. Plus, they beat us to death. And both of you can have this question. I'd like to know, Derek? What is your feeling about Barkley? And did we get a good deal in that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
It was a surprise move for me, but I'm not a quarterback guru, so I'm just gonna trust Kyle Shanahan sees something. And he's just going to be a backup. It's not like he's going to be starting. So, I mean, we got the money. Like, take a chance on him. I mean, if something works out, we end up getting a good backup, and we can trade him for a third round or a fourth round pick someday. And who knows, whatever. I'm down for that. But that's about it.
All right. And Amos actually is the quarterback guru. We used to love Amos during all season long. People come in, talk about what quarterback they want. Amos, first thing he'd do is jump right on this shit. The argument would break out. Amos, what do you think about the Barkley pickup, man? Was that a good idea or not?
I think it was a good idea. We needed a second quarterback. And plus, if you watch Barkley highlights, he was trying to come back on one of these games. I think he was playing the Lions or something like that. Mm-hmm. Don't call me on the team, but he was coming back in the fourth round and got 10 drops from receivers. He's hitting them in the stomach. He's hitting them in the hands. And he still was able to get back to one point in the game. And I think he'll be a good backup when we get rid of Hoyer. But it's possible that maybe Shanahan finds something good with him, and then we have a good value for him. That's all I see. But I like his release. I like his posture in the pocket. He tried to do the right things, but for the last 2 games of the season, he threw 10 picks.
Ooh.
So.
Ouch. Oh.
Yeah, 2 games, 10 picks, though. That don't add up. So.
All right. Let me go back to Derek. It's Sahel Rad. He wants to know, Derek, we need a wide receiver. Yeah. Did you have a wide receiver in any of your thoughts as we came down? Because I don't remember hearing one. Wide receiver. Oh, that's right, Corey Davis. I'm sorry. So, hell, why are you asking that question? And you got me thinking we didn't pick up a wide receiver. Okay, let me go down there. Why am I saying, who would you rather have? Beast Mode, our division rivals are big. Hey, I mean, both of you guys. All right, Derek, go ahead. Now, if we got a chance to pick up Beast Mode, would you jump on that?
Hell yeah. Damn right. I don't care. Like, it's a couple people from Seattle I would not get, but Marshawn is not one of them. Like, I wouldn't want Richard Sherman ever. Like, I know it's I wouldn't want him.
It's hard to like
I'm
Richard
sorry.
Sherman.
I can't have him in a 49ers uniform.
Oh, I know.
But
I know.
Marshawn, I'd take him all day long.
Yeah. And I hope he doesn't want to talk to the press.
I get rid of Davis for Marshawn. I probably pay him more than Davis and freaking Hyde get paid all together.
I mean, Avis, how long have you felt this way, Avis?
He said get rid of Hyde.
I knew Marshawn they wasn't going to let Marshawn hit that market, and Marshawn is he probably would never go to any team in our division.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he'll stay in the AFC. Yeah, because the Raiders are working him. You're right. I can't see Marshall playing the 49er red. I just can't imagine that. Would be nice. So
shit, the Raiders.
He would go to Oakland because it's a hometown.
They're supposed to give him like a $10 million bonus to play 1 year or something. You get what I'm saying?
Damn.
Because
I haven't heard about that one.
Yeah, I pay him a $10 million bonus. You got David Carr. You almost made it to the playoffs. With Carr one leg. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They could have won. They probably could have won. They could have went to the Super Bowl last year or whatever. This year, I mean.
Yeah.
So I'll pay Marshawn that back there, and then you got that other back coming out of the backfield catching passes. You got rid of Murray. Murray was a waste of time.
All right. Tell you what. And there's another guys. Derek, you first. Would you actually consider adding Darrelle Revis to this team? He says he's lost 10 pounds. He says after he's been exonerated of all charges, he's in the mood to play football again. Is that a good idea or not? And that is from Brunel Jacobs.
All right, Brunel, I'm going to tell you like this. We got Tremaine Brock on our team. We got Keith Reeser on our team getting burnt every freaking week. I'll take the Darrelle Revis at 40% over them two. I'm sorry.
Sohail Rad, I'm sorry. I got a mistyping here. Yeah, Sohail Rad. But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Derek, and continue, man, because that's pretty funny. Talking about our best. The
cornerbacks we got, man, like, it's like out of all of them, I like Rashad.
Okay.
And I think Rashad's going to start. And the young guys that we got last year that were hurt and they didn't really get a chance to play, I would keep them too. But I don't know what it is about Brock. I'm just annoyed with him. I think Brock gotta go. I'm sorry. I don't care who agrees with me on that, but I'm tired of seeing Brock get beat like a redhead stepchild every week, yo. I'm tired of it, yo. We need a shutdown corner.
Derek, I just want to say one thing on behalf of Tremaine Brock. Now, we saw all of Tremaine Brock's bad plays, but they never put the camera on him during his good plays. He made a couple.
Yeah, he made a couple when we had a pass rush, Ronbo. He only had to stick for 2 seconds.
That's true. That's true, and and that's why I'm praying to God that we get a pass rush so we can see just how good Rashard Robinson actually is. So yeah,
But he's holding his own though, even though we don't have a pass rush. So if we get one, he'll be even better.
He's gonna be tough. Amos, how do you feel about adding Revis to this roster, man?
Man, Ronbo, I'm a guy. I'm all about mentoring. I mentor a couple guys. Switch to make their life go a certain way that they never thought that would happen. I think if we get Revis, knowing that he'll come in as a mentor, I'll do it. Because we haven't had a dominant DB as a mentor on a team ever for like the last probably 10 years maybe. And
come to think of it,
it hurts. It's sad to say, and it doesn't trickle down to the Cubs that comes in from the draft. So I'll take Revis. You already know I was critical of Brock. I don't like Brock, whatever. And I think Will Redmond. I value Will Redmond as a second round pick, and we got him in a 4th round pick. Right? And this guy training as we speak. Him and Robinson training as we speak. They got a goal. They got plans on being a starter. And I like that. But I did consider on my Joe Mixon pick. The 3rd pick in the 2nd round. I did consider picking up Sidney Jones because I think he's going to fall to the 2nd round.
Ooh.
On picking Sidney Jones instead of Joe Mixon. But I didn't want to fall back to that Baltimore rule, so I had to pass on Sidney Jones to DB. But we need some guidance as DBs, man. The coaches can't do it all.
No,
we need some adults.
And by the way, Amos, and I know you'll enjoy this because Amos, you're down in the Florida area, right? Now, how do you?
Yeah.
So now Rashard is from down in that area. I understand. Now, also, what do you think about this feud that's working up between him and Marquise Goodwin?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. See, this is what we need. This is what we need. If Richard Sherman leaves Seattle Seahawks, you know who's going to take his mouth? You know who's going to take all that mouth battering on our division? It's going to be Robinson.
Yeah.
He's going to take it, and he's going to, and then it's like Seahawks going to look at a mirror. We got no shit to talk. We got nobody take out their game. We lost Sherman. That's why I'm praying that somebody takes Sherman away. They're talking about. I think this is just hype for reporters to just have hits or whatever. But if Sherman leaves, this is the wide open for Richardson to get in. Everybody heading into this division, get him out there, take Pitts back home. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think, judging from his practices during this off season, which he's doing now, his leg look real fluent. He don't got no knee brace or nothing, and he got some quick feet. And yes.
I'm telling you, looking forward to that one. Let me get to. There's another question for. Is that for? Okay. Gohard has the question. He says, "How many starters your draft have? How many? Yeah, I guess Gohard is immediate starters." Like Who's that question was for Amos? Yeah, Amos. Yeah.
Oh, it's for me?
Yeah.
How many starters on my team?
Yeah, how many immediate starters did you pull out? And I guess you want to go. That's one of those ones where you'd have to pull out of the draft again. Did you have any immediate starters in your draft picks?
I say one.
Right.
My immediate starter is Obi. I think he'll start on any season.
All right.
I pick Hassan. I pick Hassan for 2 reasons, right? Because he's a utility tool. He plays all positions in the linebacker sector. But I think one of our will get hurt next year. So once he gets hurt, Hassan really gets in, and he's going to take that spot.
All right.
I got my top 5 picks being all starters.
Yeah, this is the thing, because the way things are looking right now, the way the 49ers are bringing talent in, they're going to draft, it would seem, the best pick available. Because did you notice where they're filling in the spots? Or You can see exactly who they're going to go for in each round, and they have it anticipated because these guys are razor sharp. Because look at the guys they picked up so far. We probably pretty much can figure Reuben Foster is not on the list of guys they're going to pick. Would you agree with me that or not? Amos?
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, I was looking at the free agency pickups the 49ers have done. We know that they picked up, if you look at the blueprint from the Atlanta Falcons, you can see offensively who they're picking up and adding that OW and Kyle Juice. You wonder what role he'll actually play. And you got Grissom, Marquise, and you got Garcon. Is this complete? Right. If you look at it right now, is that complete, or are they going to go for that guy that some of us really do love, wide receiver, the man who said, I didn't even go show up for pro day?
Here's my answer, Ronbo, on that, because I was talking about that. We got into like an hour conversation about that. And I think, Kyle Shanahan, he's like, he moves wherever he sees fit. So pretty much, we don't have our permanent quarterback. So he don't know really who to get right now, right? So why would he put around things together if you don't know what type of quarterback he has that's going to fit that system? You get what I'm saying? So he wants to get a quarterback and build around that quarterback. He don't want to build something and try to find a quarterback that fits it. So that's why we went ahead. We didn't go, deep into receivers. We didn't go deep into here, deep into there, because we don't know what we have until we get our quarterback.
Yeah, Amos.
And that's how
we're getting Cousins either this year or next year.
Hold on a second. One of you guys, the TV or something's playing kind of loudly. Is it?
That's not mine. Everything's off.
Okay. You know what, though? I got a feeling, though, they do believe in Hoyer as far as quarterback skills. I don't think that's a fear, Amos.
No. That's not a fear. That's what we pick up. We go and pick up no Austin Jeffrey, no Pryor. Why would we pick up them if our style might not even be there? 2 years from now,
Good switch.
So that's why we have to answer the questions that we would answer Kyle Shanahan, because we know he won't answer our questions, right?
Yeah,
so
Kyle's. Yeah.
Me asking Kyle Shanahan why the fuck we picked up, Pierre Garçon and paid him all this money, right? And that's what answer I would tell you. Hey, we don't know what we're gonna do until we get our permanent quarterback.
Okay.
We need to know our style. Once we know our style, now build according to that, and that's how I feel.
All right. I tell you what,
we don't want to build around Hoyer, and that's we just going to go ahead and give Hoyer a big money deal and then just call it that.
I like that. All right. Let me see if I can find any other questions here. Just a couple more here. See, hey guys, Sohel Rad wants to know: does anyone like Solomon Thomas? Derek, you can start. Are you impressed with Solomon Thomas? Everybody's talking about Solomon Thomas.
I like Solomon Thomas, and if we like the way I think we're gonna do, I think they're gonna move Tank Carradine and all of them. I think they're putting them back at 4-3 where they belong as linemen. So they're gonna be going to defensive end. So I don't like. That's one of the reasons I didn't have him at the top of our draft, because I'm not spending a pick on something where we got like 5 defensive linemen already ready to go, like that we have under contract. Like, only person I'm taking as a defensive end right now is Myles Garrett if Cleveland is stupid enough to take a quarterback at number 1. If they're dumb enough to take a quarterback at number 1, I'll take Myles Garrett all day long. But that's the only one I see on there that's worthy of that top pick right there. So
yeah.
But Solomon's a good player, though. He's a good pass rusher. So.
All right. Hey, Amos, your feeling on that?
Yeah, I concur with him. I told a lot of people, why would we go 3 seasons in a row, at one sector on our defensive line, And Solomon Thomas is a hell of a player. I really love him too. You see what he did to Mr. Trubisky. Last play of the game, he was a Mr. Trubisky face all day. And I watched the game just to watch Mr. Trubisky, do his thing. And then, here's this tick, here's this mosquito keep flying around on the screen, causing Mr. Trubisky to do other shit.
Yeah.
So I think I think I wouldn't pick him up solely because we need other playmakers in different spots. But on my draft, if he falls down all the way to 12, then hey, that's a dice roll right there.
Because I'm wondering where he's going to fall down to. And the thing I love about your contrast today, guys, one of you wants to trade that second round pick, the other wants to use the second round pick. So that was definitely too cool. So yeah.
And the thing, they got Solomon Thomas in front of Jonathan Allen. They got Jonathan Allen falling all the way down to like 8.
Shoulders. Do you know anything about that condition? They say, and it makes no sense to me. You're going to tell me that his condition shouldn't be a big deal until after he's finished with football? That sounds like something the doctor was paid to say. I mean, you got arthritis in both shoulders?
Remember when I told you, hey, Jonathan Allen is too short for that position?
Yeah.
He's too short, he's too wide. You get what I'm saying? For a DN position or whatever, because you got these 6'6" linemen, all they got to do is put their hands on him. The only move he can do is the bull rush move all game.
Yeah.
And, that's all he can do is try to bull rush the lineman all game, and he'll be gassed probably by third round.
So he couldn't play for Chip Kelly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His arms too short. He's only 6'2".
Yeah, it's like they were talking about guys who are coming in lying about their measurements and weight and everything. Nobody said anything about Jonathan Allen, though, as far as measuring his height. I guess he never did lie about that. But yeah, 6'2" for a defensive lineman. How big is our own Ronald Blair? Blair's 6'3", they say.
Blair is 6. I think he's 6'4", 6'3".
Yeah, so there you go.
I think he got a bigger motor than him.
No. Well, Blair is. What I like about Blair is he can slip through the smallest of creases to get back in that quarterback's face. That's what I like about him. So, all right.
But another thing, Ronbo, I know everybody watched the national championship, and where was Jonathan Allen?
Yeah, I know, huh?
This is the biggest game. This is the biggest game, and you choose to play it, and you was nowhere.
But remember, Amos, you got to remember, guys like Jonathan Allen and our very own Cowboy, and some guys are meant to take up blockers so other players can excel.
Yeah.
So
I believe it.
That could be what that role he played.
If I'm going to do that, I might well get a developmental player to do that for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Then some first round pick.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, guys, I tell you what. Now you can go on over now and you can vote on both our candidates. You can see that right on the app and give the thumbs up or the thumbs down and tell us how you feel about it. And guys, I want to thank you for today. That was too much fun as usual. So Amos, Derrick, never mind. I was going to say something very ridiculously corny. But listen, guys, I want to thank you once again. And I'll see you till tomorrow. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, anyway, we're going to go ahead and wish you guys a good evening. And remember to everybody go ahead and vote. You guys can check that out in just a little bit. And once again, thank you guys. We'll see you. And also, we'll see you tomorrow as, I know what I was going to do, guys. You guys going to join me for the scream out. 7 p.m. PDT tomorrow. Get ready for another fan gathering. Guys, on my count, 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, 1. Niners!